YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis XLRH, welcoming you back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day, for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. It's your boy Memphis here. Today is day number 66 of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we're taking on some wind-ups, some classic monsters based on old wind-up toys. You set them off and you go. And we're going to be playing up some wind-ups today. It's actually exciting because I've never played them on the channel, surprisingly, before. Always had this thought of doing so, but just for some reason, never have. Or if I have, it's been years. So long I've forgotten, but I'm pretty sure I haven't before. But regardless, we're going to be taking a look at the Wind-Up Magician and his pal of a shark. That's our big combo one. We get these two on our hand, we're set for days. So we're going to be setting off into the day's adventure. Thanks to Mr. Levi's Stories, who wanted us to take a look at some good old wind-ups today. And so we're going to go into EDO Pro, show off this deck, show you the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's. Well, that was just a good old time. So, enough talking. If you want the deck list, it's at the end as always. But for now, let's go into the deck. Let's go into EDO Pro, draw off the action. Let's go. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent. Another day, another card game. I did change the background just to make it a little easier to read. I'll change it to something nicer later. For now, just noir black. We'll go with that. But we're going to try and open up with this deck. We can also go second. The most important thing, really the only important thing, is we start with these two. These are our most important cards. We're up against Neo-Spacians. Tough call, tough call. There's some pretty strong things in Neo-Spacians. See where this goes. Spirit of Neos, get a poly. This will also get you a poly, right? Or something that just mentions a monster, a specific Neo-Spacian's name. Okay. Alright, so we're up against Elemental Heroes. A bit of a different variety, though, so that's fine, I guess. Really depends on where this goes. Opening hand, like I said, with wind-ups, a lot of their cards are pretty basic sort of things. Like, you know, you summon them out, you wind them up, you let them go, and then you gotta wind them up again. They have they have loose once per turns, but they are once per turn sorts of effects. Not even so much once per turn, so once while they're face up on the board effects. So you kind of have to remove them from the board to do stuff additional with them. But, you know, we have the ability to really screw with our opponent. Goes, you know, Wind-Up Magician. This guy used to be on the ban list. He's so good. He's kind of like Infernity Arcfiend, where, like, he's got that soft sort of once per turn that's really abusable. That's what my opponent is doing. I'm not yet sure. Neo-Spacian, Hummingbird, you say? Oh, that is a nice 2,500 point life boost. I'll give him that much. Alright, so this is some sort of Neo-Spacian deck. I've already pieced that together. What variety? I'm not sure. Could this be the Fabled? Yeah, is this the Fabled, what you call it? Neo-Spacian Air Hummingbird OTK? If it is, well, he went first, so he's not going to be able to OTK me. I don't know why he went first, but is what it is. What do you want to summon? Brave Neos, okay. And then draw two more cards. Well, he certainly got his draw game on point. Only thing I'm really worried about is my opponent having lots of negates in his hand. Because while the wind-up engine can be very effective, it's very prone to being hit by, like, imperm and the like. Jeez, why? You just have, let's see, shuffle the graveyard. Draw another, just keep drawing more. What are you drawing into, my bud? What is the game plan here? I mean, he shuffled back Neo's Fusion, so he got no protection for this thing now. I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say. We shall see soon enough. We shall see indeed. Because I think, barring any interruption, I should be able to make a pretty nice link. The thing with the wind-ups, they have their own extra deck, but most of it's pretty bog standard. Really, we're using our ability to just spam monsters on the board to make some nice big link monsters. That's the name of today's game. Alright, Neo Fusion. Summoning out whom? Dolphin? Discard a card, destroy a random card in your opponent. Say, oh no, please don't hit what I think you're gonna hit. Okay. Okay, oh. Wind-Up Kitten took a hit for the team. Like me, Wind-Up Kitten, but he's not necessary for what we need to do. Alright. Doing the end phase, shuffle this card in the extra deck, unless he's gonna fuse again. I'm not sure. Alright. Alright. That could have been way worse. If we had lost one of these two, well, I have Pot of Prosperity, but I prefer not to play it if I can. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's the combo. We're gonna summon out Windup Magician, and we're gonna special summon the Shark. Very important to this combo. We're gonna summon out the Shark, and we're gonna summon out the Magician. Once per while he's on board, Windup Magician, when I activate a Windup effect, summons another Windup from the deck in defense mode. But he's not gonna do us much good in defense, this rat. That's why we need to put him in attack mode. So we're gonna summon out this guy. Windup Zen Maintenance. He's the new Link. That Windup's got kind of like a little underwhelming, honestly, with Windups. They got like one piece of new support. It's not a bad piece of support. I mean, it searches any of my cards, and I can trade one Windup for another, but it's not perfect. Regardless, I got my Windup Factory, and I'm going to use Zen Maintenance as effect. I can banish my rat to summon another one. This is why we play a lot of 3-ofs, in case you like draw into Windup Rat. And we're going to use Factory here. This way I can add another Shark. That way I can do some sharky things. Anyway, we're going to use our Windup Rat's effect. We can put him in defense to bring back a Magician, and he will gain his ability once more. So then, hop up, once again, summon the Shark. And then I can summon another monster. See, this is what we do. We wind up our boys, and they just kind of go. So we're going to go ahead and summon out Windup Hunter. I could hit my opponent's hand. Don't really need to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up it. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring back one more model. We'll bring out the Windup Kitten, because he did us a good service. And you know what? To celebrate playing Windups for the first time, let's make something big. And by big, I need one more monsters on the board. We're going to summon out this Hagakura Mama, this insect guy, because I need different attributes. If you couldn't tell who we're trying to summon, oh baby, we're trying to summon, all right. We're going to summon out mother flipping 5-headed Link Dragon. And so to use 5 different attributes, I can blow up my opponent's board. It's pretty nice. I mean, he's going to be able to use the Neos Fusion to protect himself, but I still have this. You know, I could have made many different Links, but I like to make this... When you have a deck that can make 5 different attributes, why would you not at least attempt to summon this guy? Come on. Come on. All right. We're pretty set now. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and activate Pot of Prosperity now. Just in case if I can get into more stuff. I'd like to get another Shark. So 1, 2, 3. That's the one really, with this extra deck, we can't really play too many pots. We can only really play it the one time, because we use the extra deck so much to make our plays work. Well, let's see. What do we get? I guess I'll get an Imperm. I guess. I don't really... Nothing else really helps me out here. I was really hoping for a Shark. Because then I could go Windup Rat, into Magician, into Shark again. Because those 3 are the main part of this whole thing. I remember there was... A long time ago, there was like a Windup loop that involved a Hunter. Where you loop him and you can hit your opponent's whole hand on turn 1, which is pretty nasty. But I don't remember what that combo is. What is this? Shuffle an E-Hero. Summon another E-Hero. Okay. Surprised he didn't use... I guess he didn't have anything to target with the Water Boy. Okay. That's fine by me. I mean, I've got Link 5 Dragon. He's indestructible from all card effects. As well, he can't be beaten in battle by a lot of things. No. You knew I had Imperm, my brother. Sorry to say, I'm stopping Neos. If you have something else, that's fine, but I'm just going to say no to that. No to that if I can help it. Let's see. What's this doing again? Just adding another card? Okay. So he doesn't just have Neos Fusion. That's good. Alright. Gets another card to his hand. I should mention that my Link 5 does have a pretty hefty cost to him. To keep him on the board, we need to remove 5 of our cards in the grave from play every turn. Pretty nasty, but, you know, we have redundancy built into the graveyard. Let's see. I'm sorry, Kitten. Kitten is putting in way too much things here. It's what it has to be. All right, let's summon forth Windup the Rat. And we'll wind up our rat. Let's bring back... I could bring out Hunter. But I prefer to get Windup Magician. Let me think about this. How many cards does my opponent have in the hand? I'm gonna get a windup hunter. I just like him. I just like the guy. What can I say? We're gonna go ahead and get that shark. That way I have him for later. But yeah, the one thing really holding back windups is the fact that you have to, you know, you use their effects, but then you have to flip them face down or bounce them or what have you to do them again. It's a little tricky. Little tricky. Let's see. I don't think he's protected. That's only when he's summoned by his own effect. Yeah. Okay. We're pretty set here. I mean, next turn, I've got my windup knight. I've got my windup shark. What is this? Summon Neospatians. Okay. Fascinating. We're up against some Neospatians, you say. I mean, the one thing, I'm acting a little cocky here, but it's only because I have a giant indestructible dragon. And it's kind of helpful when you have the giant indestructible dragon. What can I say? I mean, next turn, what can we make next turn? I really want to go for, like, Zen Maester, who's the OG boss of the windup archetype. That's who I want to summon out. That'd be the cool dude. Okay, Grand Mole. Okay, I was about to say, that would be... If I had anybody else, that could have been bad. Like, if I had, I don't know, Avermax or something, this could out-Avermax. That would have been bad, but thankfully that's not the case. He's just gonna beat up my windup hunter. Alright. Let's see. Unfortunately, battling into that, I will still lose stuff. And I will. Okay, so we gotta be careful who we are moving here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, yeah. Yeah, I want to keep the wizard at least in the graveyard. Okay, Book of Eclipse. That doesn't help me too terribly much, but it's something. Let's summon up Windup Knight. We're going to special summon the Windup Shark. And I have Book of Eclipse. It's kind of in here both to replenish my monster's effects, as well, it just, you know, lets me interrupt my opponents. So we'll summon out the Windup Shark. Let us add to our hand another Windup Magician. My plan is going to go like boom, boom, and then boom. I think that'll work just fine. So let's go boom. That way we can at least bait out the Grand Mole. I mean, he's still going to bring out that bang thing back. It's pretty annoying dude, the mole. But it is what it is. Beat over Dark Panther. How about Chumba? And then hit my opponent with 5 hit. That ought to work. Alrighty. I mean, granted, I'm going to lose the dragon next turn, but it's what it is. He's done more than enough for us. He's done more than enough. And I could make a link just to, like, offset that, but I don't really care. He's done his job. He's done his job. Alright, so now it's my opponent's turn again. We'll see. So he's got the mole, we know. What is this? E-Hero, use of Super special summon a Neospatian. Neospatian is shuffled into the deck, summon an E-Hero. That's fine. Fine by me. A-okay by me. So he's got the Grand Mole, but little does my opponent suspect that I might have a way around this. You see, I have the power of Windup Knight. He can negate an attack. Just the once, but he can negate an attack. Alright, pretty cool. Ooh. Windup Kitten. I want Windup Kitten. That works just fine. I can bounce back his Grand Mole. Just be like that episode of TTS. Kind of what I remember Windups the most from the old text-to-speech device Yu-Gi-Oh! Specials. You've never seen a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel until you see Windup Kitten take down the Winged Dragon of Ra. That's real Yu-Gi-Oh! Right there. Alright, so what do we have here? Let's see, 18... 26... That's 18... It's not quite enough. It's not quite enough, but at the same time, I'm going to do it. Let's summon out Windup Kitten. And we'll activate Windup Shark. Times like these, I wish that there was more for the Windups that could special summon themselves. You know, Windup Shark's really their only option for that. Let's see. I'm going to add the rabbit. Why not? Well, activate the rabbit. You don't happen to have a Grand Mole in your graveyard, do you? I don't think you do. No. Sadly, you do not. Let's go ahead and bounce the Grand Mole. because I can do that. And do I have game? I don't think I do. See, that'd be 2,500. 30. That's 100 points off. Gosh dang it. All right, let's just attack. Let's just attack with everything. Maybe we'll make Zen mains, or Zen Meister, I should say. Can't make Zen mains. Oh, wait, that's actually a game right there. I'm overthinking this. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That is what the windups want to do. Like I said, it's one of those decks where if you start out well enough, you get the Magician and the Shark in your opening hand, and if you can also get Factory, it's even better to start off with. And you can make some pretty neat link boards, but you have to start with those, otherwise you're kind of screwed. But at the very least, that is what windups want to do. That is their game plan. Make big link monster, and then use the various effects to do various little things. I didn't think Windup Knight was actually going to do anything today, but he did. He did. So let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show up more what this deck can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright, so we're going second. I mean, I'm pretty good. In testing, it was more like 50-50, but you know what? Today, 100%. Windup Magician, Windup Shark. Bad opponent, though. Dark Magician have interruption. I don't do well against those, so we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I do love my Danger Mothman, though. Sometimes when you're trying to make like 5-headed dragon, you do need a dark on the board on occasion, because like if you start with your with the Windup Hunter in your hand or something. So Mothman's really here as emergency stuff. Is there as an emergency, you know, in the event that we need a danger or a dark monster on the board, if we just have a bad hand, that sort of thing. And this is not going to be easy, not with Eternal Soul and Timoyus. Okay, here's the options. Either he makes the one fusion that protects his back row, and it's bad but not the worst thing in the world, or he's going to summon Dragoon, and I'm just boned. Okay, no, he summoned the Dark Magician, so that's not that bad. Not that bad. I have all monsters. Not all monsters. All right. I don't know if I can beat that, chat, but I will boldly stride forth regardless. So let's activate Windup Shark and see where this goes. He's 99% sure. Dark Magician players are very flighty people. They are very... The minute you try to do anything, they're just going to say no. It's kind of their thing. Not a very nice thing that they do, but it's what they do. He's just going to, like, Eternal Soul and, you know, banish my stuff. Banishing my Shark. Memphis does not approve. Alright. This is going to be a very short second duel. I'm sorry, but when windups do good and when they get the things going, it's very nice. When they don't, well, things go very bad quickly. Let me think about this. I guess I got the rat. Always trust in the tungsten rat. What do we got here? Okay, so the Magicians did its thing. Eternal Soul did its thing. This is not a quick effect to the best of my knowledge, so... Go for Danger Mothman, hope for the best. Alright, maybe. Never know. Windup Factory would have been amazing earlier, but it is not at the moment. We'll see where this goes. Wait, our windups in maintenance. And again, I really wish... Let me think. Yeah, I had the windup monster on my board for this to work, so I can't really do what I want to do. That's the kicker. I can't do what I want to do because I need to have other things to do that. Let's see. I mean, at the very least, I can make Nightmare Unicorn. Not what I normally do, but it's something. Yeah, Cat, you've already done your job. I mean, you've already sacrificed enough. So... If this face-up card leads to field, destroy all monsters you control. Does that work when you're bounced to the deck? I don't remember. No, it does not. It don't, which is sad. I should have gotten rid of something else, I guess, but either way, it wouldn't have really mattered too much. Getting rid of the Eternal Soul just means that he's slightly less able to interrupt me, but he's just going to be able to reveal the illusion again. Probably just get it right back. Let's see, add a Dark Magician or not. Yeah, it's any monster. But if he gets a rod, he could just, you know, get that back. So, pretty sure I'm still dead. Pretty sure. Like I said, windups, they start up, or they, as long as they can get their stuff settled, they can do good. They can do very good. If your opponent has a lot of interrupts and things, well, doesn't work nearly as good, sad to say. Not nearly, and this is the part where he's going to go for another fusion and probably drop a Dragoon on me. Although maybe he's a cool dude and he'll summon that other fusion they never summon anymore. No. No, why would you ever make the other fusion when you could just make this thing? Just make that guy. Forever. Alright. Well, that's pretty much going to be game right there. There is nothing I can do against this. Even if I do survive somehow, which I will not. I will survive. I will be dead by 100 life points. But yeah, this is a perfect illustration of why windups aren't as good anymore. But, you know, they can still do stuff. And I will continue. Let's go for one more duel today. Show off a little bit more of the windup thing. We have a whole extra deck yet to play. Let's go for it. Alright, everybody, the third and final opponent. Last chance at romance. Fighting third, all that good stuff. What do we have for opening hand? Let's see. Not a lot. Maybe we can be snarky about it. Let's see how this is gonna go. Let's summon our windup soldier and activate our windup shark. Let's see where this goes. Effects will be negated, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. I don't have a lot, but it's an interesting hand, if nothing else. It's an interesting one. Normally, I don't like to just go for Baguthka, but I might have to do that. You know, when life gives you lemons, you summon Baguthka. What can I say? I don't like to summon Baguthka, but when plan B is all you have, that's all you have. But we won't lay out Baguthka very long. Like one turn. One turn at the most. One turn at the most. After that, it's all up to the windups. I think I have a decent enough idea here. Where if I detach the shark, I'll summon up my windup magician, special summon back my boy. I can still use his effect. Still use it, it'll just be negated. That's the only snippet, so we'll see where this goes. It seems to be a Yubel deck, which is cool enough. I just have to somehow OGK them before they wipe out my butt. That being the operative thing to do here. But for now, let's go ahead for Windup Magician. And we're going to activate this spell. It's called Zen Malfunction. It's our very own Monster Born. Now, we can't use, you know, you can't use this for anything except seeds and links, but that's what we do anyway. We're going to go ahead and activate Windup Shark. We're not going to, obviously, we can't use this effect or anything. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that Magician goes off and Factory goes off. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And he can stop one of them, but he can't stop all of it. Nope. Let's get out our rat. As we do. And let's see if we can make something out of this. Like I said, get the Magician, get the Shark. Things go good for you. We have our Zen Maintenance now. Barring anything else, I'll be able to do something here. Let me think. Let's get another Shark. It's like getting myself another Shark. What can I say? Ditch the rat. I don't need the rat anymore. The rat has done his job. The rat stands tall and proud. That's what our rat does. And no, not yet. No, you always want to use the Shark along with the Magician. That's just how you do it. That's just how it goes. And I should still be able to do stuff here. So let's summon out our Shark. And let me think about this. Summon out Shark. Then we can summon out our Hunter. I'll be snarky. Why not? Let's do that. Let's summon out our Windup Hunter. And let's actually use his effect for once. Let's go pop a card in my opponent's hand. Goodbye. No Samsara Lotus for you. Alright, let me think about this. I could make my monster's level change. I could make 5-head Link Dragon, but that would do literally very little for me right now. Instead, let me think about this. That's a hard one. One attribute. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3. I have every attribute I need except for wind for the one guy. So what I'm going to do here is I like to just make a big old beat stick every once in a while. Just go ahead, boop, and a boop, and good old Masquerena. Let's just go for battle. Let's just go for battle for now. You know what? Why not? What could this possibly be? Eternal favorites, you say? Yeah, that doesn't do anything right now, so I'm still going to clear. Although, that does make things a little difficult, doesn't it? Because now he has essentially Super Poly, but in trap form. Oh, that is so close to an OTK. This deck does not OTK that well, but that was pretty dang close. That was pretty darn close. Alright, so we'll go ahead and make double A Zeus. The part where I have to flex the extra deck power. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. That's fine with me. We have a pretty nasty board to deal with the Yubel player. Pretty new. The irony? He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. Okay, this is not good, but I can live with that, weirdly enough. No. I say the no. No nightmare pain for you. The pain will be in your heart. Alright, so does this guy have anything? I don't think so. Now that I've stopped nightmare pain, he's gonna be in a world of hurt. That was a terrible pun. That wasn't even intended. That was awful. Anyway, so my opponent has Garura, which is a pretty nasty thing. I assume this is where Typhon shows up. Alright, what does it do again? 3,000 or more attack. Okay. Well, this is why we run Nightmare's Unicorn. That is why we do that. So let's go ahead and bounce Typhon. Get out of here. I guess he still gets to draw a card, dang it. Okay. Normally I would love Mothman here, but that's actually not good for us, so all depends on what he draws into. He drew into nothing. And my opponent surrenders. All right. Well, there you go. Sometimes you're never going to give up. Don't ever give up, chat. You know, we didn't start with a perfect combo. We worked into it, though. It was all thanks to Baguska. Sometimes you got a Baguska. It's not even that wasn't even us trolling with Baguska. That was a necessity. We had to go for that guy. So it's good to run him at 1. So good enough on us. And normally I'd go longer, but I feel like it's only going to get worse from here. We've really shown off like the deck and what it wants to do. So let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So wind-ups of 2024. Surprisingly got 2 out of 3 wins, which is more than I was expecting them to do. Like I said, with this deck, if you open up and you can get the Magician and the Shark going, it's very easy to make a nice little board, make whatever links you want to make, and just go from there. Make Exceeds monsters on occasion. We didn't get some of as many of the Exceeds that I would have liked, but sometimes you don't get to. I mean, they're all very niche sort of things, like a defensive monster, a guy who can flip things face down, and a guy who can pop only set cards, so it's nothing too crazy there. But they were there in spirit, if nothing else, you know? So, regardless, we were able to do what we wanted to do. Like I said, it's, you know, as long as you have the Wizard, as long as you have the Shark, you're golden. You're golden so long as you got that stuff. Never play wind-ups without those boys. As much as I like to play the other guys, like, that would be cool too. But we got to see some little action from some of the other guys, so, you know, it all worked out. So, here's the list of the cards in our deck today. If you want to try this deck out, if you want to see what we were trying to do here, do something different on your own, that's all up to you. But for our main deck, we played a few things. We have ourselves the World Legacies World Crown, because we have our link, and we can just summon this thing from our hand to the zone and link monster points to. All the good stuff. So just additional body on the board. We have Wind-Up Soldier, who can change his level to 5 and then increase his attack, which is just something to, you know, proc things like our Wind-Up Factory. He's also just another level 4. Helps with Small World. Same thing for Wind-Up Knight. As you can tell, he can negate an attack. Mostly here's a level 4 they can also use for, you know, Small World. Danger Mothman is a nice card just for, you know, the ability to, you know, empty out a hand if we have too many bricks in our hand. He's another level 4. He's another dark monster. A lot of different reasons to run Mothman here. Got 3 copies of the Wind-Up Shark. Never play 3 or anything less than 3, I should say. Because he's an amazing card. Changes his level. Special summons himself, and a Wind-Up gets summoned from wherever. Pretty good card. Wind-Up Warrior is literally just Soldier, but he works on anybody you control. And he also increases by 600 rather than 400, so technically better, but this one has lower attack to start. We have Wind-Up Magician at 3, because obviously you play 3 of this dude, because same reasons. He is the main stardom of the whole deck. Windup Hunter, which if you can loop him, tricky as that can be, you can theoretically tribute enough windups to wipe up your opponent's whole hand. It's very prone to interruption though, so I recommend just having this guy as just another dark dude on the, for various things, going into our 5-headed dragon, that sort of thing. Also, it's a nice level 3. Windup Rabbit can banish itself or any other windup you control until the next standby phase, which resets all of their effects as well, and can also trigger off your factory. Triple Windup Rat, because it revives all of your windup monsters, helps to get the flow started. Key component of the combination. And last but not least of the windups is Windup Kitten. Very nice card, the Windup Kitten. It can bounce things your opponent controls, and it's freaking adorable too. We have 2 copies of a double summon, because sometimes you just need an extra normal summon, especially if you have like 2 windup magicians. You get double the summons, literally. 1 Zen Malfunction, because we can search the darn thing out, just like a Monster Born sort of thing, which we play in conjunction with actual Monster Born, because sometimes you just want to revive a monster. And that's something we also use with Foolish Burial. If we just want to dump a magician into the grave, if we just start with Rat and like Magician and the grave, then, we can also get our combo started. We have 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity. We only ever really want to play this once in a duel, but on occasion, you will need to dig for stuff. 3 copies of the Small World. This allows you to search out like your windup sharks and your windup magicians by banishing like a level 4, another level 4 dark monster. Windup World's a complicated card, but trust me, this is a card that can help you to search out your windup monsters. Call by Grave, obviously for stopping Ash Blossoms. Like Book of Eclipse can flip everybody face down, resetting windup monsters' effects. Also a nice card to just interrupt your opponent. 2 copies of Windup Factory, because soft once per turn, because the more factories you have, they all activate. You can search out more windups when you use a windup monster's effect. And Triple and Perm, in case we have to go second or we just need to negate. So, pretty good card there. Extra deck, we'll just speed run this one. Masquerena, pretty obvious. We have our Insect guy for going to 5-headed dragon. We have Moon of the Closed Sky for going to an Underworld Goddess. We have our Zen Maintenance for our main combo piece. 1 Unicorn in case we need it. With Appaloosa, if we happen to be up against a lot of monster effects. Avramax, if we want to just giant defensive boy. Underworld Goddess to link away my opponent's stuff. 5-headed Link Dragon, because why the heck not? 2 Windup Zen Mates is a defensive monster that can pop stuff if he uses his effect. Zen Maester to flip monsters face down and face up. We have Baguska to stall our opponent if we need to. 1 Zen Mayo if our opponent's relying on set cards. And last but not least, Sky Thunder for why the heck not? We sometimes need the darn thing. As for the side deck in here, I really didn't think of much. I considered more dangers, but at that point you might as well just play dangers. So I didn't want them to take over the deck, but you could, in theory, run some dangers as well. If you want to take out like the World Crown or something, then this is a viable other dark engine sort of thing just to get bodies on the board. But like I said, that kind of interrupts the whole point of playing windups, doesn't it? But anyway, that's today's episode. I hope everybody much enjoyed it. I much enjoyed it. This is my first time playing windups, and I enjoyed it. I'd love it if Konami would actually give us some more windup cards to play with. Said maintenance is cool and all, but I would have liked a new boss monster to go into, or some updated spell traps, or another monster that could summon itself. That would have been really nice, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. But yes, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Tomorrow, I believe I gotta work on this a little bit more. We're taking a look at some Chaos Thunder Dragons. Oh, baby. It's gonna be a good one. Nice blast from the past. But yes, we'll be looking at that tomorrow. But until then, your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again very soon. Till next time, y'all stay safe, you stay happy, and you have a good one.